Who will truly stand by you when you turn 60 and beyond? When you're younger, the answer might seem obvious. Your family, your closest friends, the people you've known for years. But once you turn 60, reality starts to look a little different. Life changes. People get busy. Priorities shift. And suddenly you realize that the support system you always believed in might not be as reliable as you once thought. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 essential pillars that become more dependable than family as you get older. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about understanding where real stability comes from and making sure you're not left vulnerable when you need support the most. When you build a strong foundation based on these 6 pillars, you gain the security and independence that will carry you through life's challenges. Stay tuned until the end, because these 6 pillars may completely change the way you think about support. And once you understand them by the end, you'll never feel powerless, alone, or unprepared again. Now let's get started. Number 1, financial autonomy. It is easy to think that if times get tough, your family will step in to help cover your expenses. Yet expecting your children to manage your financial well-being can quickly strain relationships and strip away your independence. Financial autonomy is the first and most critical pillar of a secure life after 60. When you control your own money, you control your choices, your dignity, and your peace of mind. Researchers in financial gerontology have consistently found that older adults who manage their own budgets experience significantly lower levels of psychological stress compared to those who rely on family members. Think about Richard, a 68-year-old man who always assumed his successful son would take care of his retirement needs. When unexpected medical bills piled up, Richard had to constantly ask his son for money, which made him feel like a burden and caused quiet resentment to build between them. What Richard did not realize was that his lack of financial independence was eroding his self-esteem and increasing his daily anxiety. Relying on someone else for your basic needs puts you in a position of powerlessness, and it fundamentally changes the way you interact with the people you love. The good news is that you do not need millions of dollars to be financially autonomous. It is about living within your means, understanding your cash flow, and making smart choices with what you have. Creating a simple budget, downsizing unnecessary expenses, or finding a modest, part-time passion project can give you full authority over your wallet. When you pay your own way, you preserve your confidence, and you ensure that every conversation with your children is driven by love rather than financial necessity. Taking control of your resources today means you will never have to compromise your dignity tomorrow. Number 2, physical mobility. Your physical ability to move freely is arguably the most valuable asset you possess, far more reliable than waiting for a family member to assist you with daily tasks. Taking your physical health for granted is a dangerous gamble, because the moment you lose your mobility, you lose a massive portion of your independence. Aging naturally brings changes to our bodies, but surrendering to a sedentary lifestyle accelerates a process called sarcopenia, which is the severe loss of muscle mass and strength. Medical experts and physical therapists warn that a lack of movement directly leads to fragile bones, poor circulation, and a heightened risk of devastating falls. Consider Thomas, a 72-year-old man who started spending most of his days sitting in his favorite armchair, waiting for his daughter to visit and help him with basic errands. He figured he had worked hard his entire life, and now it was his time to simply rest and let others take over. Slowly, his joints became stiff, his balance deteriorated, and eventually he could not even walk to his mailbox without feeling exhausted. What Thomas failed to recognize was that his inactivity was actively destroying his body's natural resilience. When you depend on others to drive you around, carry your groceries, or help you stand up, your world shrinks rapidly and your sense of freedom vanishes. Your muscles and joints require consistent engagement to remain functional, and your cardiovascular system needs regular activity to pump oxygen, rich blood to your brain and organs. Fortunately, reclaiming your physical mobility is entirely within your grasp, regardless of your current fitness level. You do not need to run marathons to see remarkable improvements in your stability. Simple, consistent habits, such as taking a brisk walk around your neighborhood, practicing gentle stretching, or doing light resistance exercises, can drastically rebuild your strength. Your body is incredibly adaptive, and every step you take reinforces your physical foundation. By prioritizing your movement, you protect your ability to navigate the world on your own terms, and you spare your family the worry of constantly monitoring your safety. True freedom in your later years is measured by your ability to stand tall Walk confidently and engage with life without needing a helping hand. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, cognitive resilience. Keeping your mind sharp and highly functioning is an absolute necessity. If you want to remain truly self-reliant after 60, many seniors fall into the trap of letting their adult children make all the complex decisions, from understanding medical documents to managing household repairs. Delegating your mental responsibilities might seem like an easy way to reduce stress, but it quietly erodes your cognitive resilience and leaves you totally dependent on someone else's judgment. Neurologists emphasize that the human brain operates on a strict use it or lose it basis, meaning that a lack of intellectual stimulation accelerates cognitive decline and increases vulnerability to neurodegenerative conditions. When you stop challenging your brain, you allow oxidative stress to damage neural pathways, which drastically impacts your memory, focus, and problem-solving abilities. Think about Margaret, a 75-year-old woman who slowly stopped managing her own affairs, handing over every piece of mail, every bill, and every health decision to her son. She believed she was simply passing the torch, but over a span of just 2 years, she found it incredibly difficult to concentrate on a simple book, and she frequently forgot important appointments. Margaret's cognitive muscles had essentially atrophied from a lack of daily use, making her feel confused and entirely helpless without her son by her side. Your brain requires constant engagement to maintain its neuroplasticity, which is its ability to form new connections and adapt to new challenges. When you outsource your thinking, you rob your mind of the vital exercise. It needs to stay healthy, alert, and capable. You must actively defend your intellectual independence by staying curious, reading frequently, and tackling problems on your own before asking for help. The power to protect your cognitive health lies in your daily habits, and you have the ability to keep your mind vibrant and strong. Engage in activities that force you to think critically, whether that means learning a new language, solving complex puzzles, taking up a strategic hobby, or simply staying informed about world events. Every time you push yourself to understand something new, you are building a powerful fortress around your memory and your independence. Protecting your cognitive resilience, one of your subins, ensures that you can always advocate for yourself, make your own choices, and navigate life's complexities with complete confidence. When your mind remains sharp, you will never feel like a passenger in your own life. You have spent a lifetime gathering wisdom, and there is absolutely no reason to surrender that capability now. Keep challenging yourself daily, and watch how your mental clarity transforms your senior years into a period of empowered independence. Number 4, emotional independence. Basing your daily happiness entirely on the availability of your children or grandchildren is one of the fastest paths to emotional distress. It is incredibly common for older adults to sit by the phone, waiting for a call and feeling a deep sense of abandonment when their family is too busy to connect. However, anchoring your emotional well-being to the schedules of others leaves you in a constant state of vulnerability. Psychologists explain that relying heavily on external validation from family members can elevate your cortisol levels, trapping you in a cycle of chronic emotional stress and quiet resentment. Cultivating emotional independence means learning how to generate your own joy, find your own peace, and validate your own self-worth without needing constant reassurance from relatives. Take William, a 78-year-old man who felt completely lost after his retirement, relying solely on his daughter's weekend visits to feel a sense of purpose. When her career demanded that she travel frequently, William was left in a quiet house, feeling profoundly isolated and depressed. He had forgotten how to enjoy his own company, and he had placed the massive burden of his emotional happiness onto his daughter's shoulders. What William did not realize was that his emotional dependence was creating an unspoken pressure that strained their relationship. Your family loves you deeply, but they cannot be the sole source of your emotional fulfillment, because that is a responsibility only you can carry. The most liberating realization you can have is that your happiness is entirely within your control, and you have the power to create a rich emotional life. Start by exploring new social avenues, joining community groups, or simply rediscovering hobbies that bring you genuine delight. When you build a diverse network of friends and interests, you distribute your emotional needs across a broad spectrum of fulfilling activities. You will begin to look forward to your own plans and your own quiet moments of reflection rather than waiting for a relative to reach out. Emotional independence transforms your family interactions from a desperate need for attention into a joyful sharing of your vibrant life. By nurturing your own spirit, you become an anchor of positivity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, a purposeful routine. Waking up every morning without a clear plan or a meaningful sense of direction can quickly lead to feelings of emptiness and rapid physical decline. Many seniors mistakenly believe that retirement means they no longer need a schedule, relying instead on family events to break up the monotony of their long weeks. However, living without a structured daily routine disrupts your internal biological clock, known as your circadian rhythm, and leaves you vulnerable to depression, anxiety, and severe lethargy. Behavioral scientists assert that having a predictable, purpose-driven routine acts as a powerful psychological anchor, providing your brain with a consistent framework that promotes emotional stability and robust cognitive health. Consider Robert, an 80-year-old man who spent his entire life working a demanding job, but found himself completely adrift once he retired and moved closer to his son. He started sleeping in late, watching aimless television, and waiting for his son to invite him over for dinner just to have something to do. Before long, Robert's energy levels plummeted, his sleep quality suffered terribly, and he developed a persistent sense of worthlessness that shadowed his every waking moment. What Robert failed to understand was that a lack of structure was silently signaling to his brain and his body that his active life was over. When you abandon your daily routine, you lose the vital momentum that keeps your mind engaged, your body active, and your spirit elevated above the mundane challenges of aging. You do not need a strict corporate itinerary to build a purposeful routine, but you do need intentional habits that give each day a unique rhythm and a reason to get out of bed. Crafting a healthy schedule is entirely in your hands, and it can be as simple as setting a consistent wake-up time, dedicating the morning to a brisk walk, and reserving the afternoon for a creative project. Having a structured day ensures that you are actively driving your life forward, rather than passively watching the hours slip away while waiting for someone else to entertain you. A well-planned routine provides a comforting sense of predictability while still leaving plenty of room for spontaneous joy and relaxation. When you establish meaningful daily habits, you reclaim your personal agency, and you prove to yourself that your time is incredibly valuable. Your routine becomes a quiet celebration of your independence, anchoring you to a life that is rich, active, and fully under your own command. By organizing your days with purpose, you guarantee that your golden years are defined by vibrant engagement, rather than silent waiting. Build a schedule that honors your passions and watch how it breathes new life into your days. Final thoughts. As we draw this conversation to a close, take a quiet moment to reflect on the powerful foundation you are building for your future. We have journeyed through the vital importance of securing your financial autonomy, preserving your physical mobility, defending your cognitive resilience, cultivating your emotional independence, and crafting a truly purposeful daily routine. It is entirely natural to desire the warmth and support of your relatives, but placing the entire weight of your well-being onto their shoulders is an unfair burden that ultimately limits your own extraordinary potential. The true secret to a magnificent and dignified life after 60 does not lie in waiting for others to take care of you, but in fiercely taking ownership of your own happiness, health, and daily choices. Every single day presents a brand new opportunity to strengthen these 5 pillars. And the wonderful truth is that you possess all the wisdom and capability required to make these changes right now. You do not need to overhaul your entire life overnight, because monumental transformations always begin with small, intentional steps that compound over time into a fortress of unshakable independence. Start by taking a little more control over your budget, taking a slightly longer walk each morning, challenging your mind with a new puzzle, finding joy in a solitary hobby, or simply waking up with a clear plan for your afternoon. When you fortify your own life, you are not pulling away from your family, but rather you are offering them the greatest gift of all, which is the peace of mind knowing that you are strong, capable, and profoundly happy. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.